Hey, I'm back. Cascade Trekker's back. It's another early spring summer ski trip, and it was a real fast drive bug out, about maybe 50 miles north from Logan. I'm in Idaho, and it's the top end of the Bear River mountain range, which further south was last year's bug out zone. So I'm out with the adventure bike, of course. What a blast. Okay. Yeah, baby. And here I've got my Sierra Designs tent set up. Here we are. There's the pack with the skis. And here's my zone right here. I've already had some owls. Just the little variety that does the single hooting. And a bat flew really close to my head a few minutes ago. So I'm going to settle in. Okay. Also, there are beavers slapping their tails on the ground, slow, then just to like this fluttering, thumping. That's got to be what it is. And I don't know if it's a nighthawk. There's a bird that goes. It's down there by the creek. It's got this. And it does something like that. Yeah, so we got some friends here. Yeah, nice, peaceful, calm morning up here. Birds singing happily. And last night the owls were hooting like crazy all in here. It was so nice. And the warm-up came a little late. The sun had to come over this ridge here. Everything's dried out now. There was some condensation in the tent, which is a good thing because it kept me warm in there. Emmigration Pass is up this canyon, which is called Strawberry Canyon. I'm going to go up there and just basically look for a campsite. I was really fortunate to find this, very rough road, rough track, an old logging area to drive into and have some sanctuary last night. And also there are some thunderstorms predicted for I think a small chance later today and tonight, and a greater chance tomorrow night. So everything is just up in the air. However, it's nice just to get out and be with my little friends. This is like a snowmobile parking lot here. This is Emmigration Pass. The highway's over here. And I had thought of following this road, which is now snow covered and a snowmobile track, to get up to some higher places. But I'll need a place to put my tent. And I don't fancy the thought of camping anywhere on the edge of this parking lot. It's a tough choice. Farther back I passed a little turnoff for a Nordic ski area, and slopes facing this way are drier, so I might go back and look at that. Also, there's no running water up here, no flowing water. I take it back, there is water here. Alright, this is going to be my choice. Just a little bit further down from the pass, this is Squirrel Hollow. At first I was concerned about leaving the bike here, but instead I'm just going to be camped up in the trees. I'll lock it to this flimsy pole here, and if any noise occurs while I'm here, I'll hear it. It's mostly going to be concerned at night. This sure is a mess. It's actually just starting to flow here. I'm out looking for water, and this is way too muddy to get. And the road's way over there. Here I came back to this parking lot to get the water here. It's like bubbling up right here, flowing over there, but it's quite clear. The only thing I'm worried about is the outhouses are right up there. Well, there's my camp zone all set here. The motorcycle is really close, within earshot. The skiing trail is right down here, and I'm all stocked with water, and that was an ordeal to go get it. I got the pack ready, and I got my skis, ski boots, and I'm gonna just take a little jaunt down the ski path, see how it goes. Oh, I have a new accoutrement, so if you ever forget my name, just look at the hat. Cruising along down here in this draw. The road is up there, but it's been patchy with dirt spots. So I'm just gonna go up the draw. I think there's an intersection up here. We'll check it out. Just been cruising around on the solid snow patches. A lot of places are melted back. I think at the most I've seen like 2.5 or 3 feet. Here's the thing. This is not the adventure I came for. And what I think is I'll go back tomorrow to that big parking lot and follow the snowmobile trail. That goes up higher. It's going to be packed. It's going to be solid snow. But I like that plan. I'll leave my camp, get on the motorcycle, drive there, and ski. Okay. Got some big weather over here grumbling, over there grumbling, and look over there, it's blue, but it's gonna get wet tonight at some point, Everything is in the tent. All my gear to stay dry, backpack, boots, both sets of boots. So I'm just ready to go in with my dinner. We've got curry, ramen, jalapeno peppers, bratwurst, and Brussels sprouts. Let's just get a little taste. I need that. Yeah, it's always nice to have a camp chair. And the warm-up is in effect. Wasn't too cold. I was nice and toasty warm in my tent. Maybe 45 degrees in the morning here. Maybe 40 outside. And gearing up for a skiing trek. Basically in this direction, and it might just get up onto these higher ridges. It's a Forest Service road that is now covered with snow and packed down from snowmobile use. Didn't rain much last night, just some sprinkles, and cleared out. Here it is on the snowmobile trail. I'm starting to climb up, not very far from the parking lot. And this is going to be, a little fun coming down these hills. It's real nice and peaceful out here. I just saw a coyote run across the path. Climbing up here. Real mellow. Peaceful. Just a casual workout. And I'm a few hundred feet now above the parking area. And can see the distant ridge on the opposite side of this canyon here. Yeah, this might be the weather window closing. I figured 3 hours up here before it got a little ugly. That's about right. And I veered away from the road and took the power line clearing. I'm on the crest, and I'm just going to go over there and take a peek towards the east. Well, this little sidetrack, this is going to be a darn good run right here. Could be the reason I came back here. Yeah, it's perfect up here. Yeah, and thunderheads getting big over there. This right here is probably gonna start rumbling in a short while. A little more I'm going up to the top here for the view, and what a reward finding this snowfield back here. This is just going to be a blast. It's perfect. Wide enough for turns, steep enough for a nice speedy run. Yeah, this was what I needed. Yeah, it's about as far as I'm gonna go. Views are a little better. I was hoping for some better ones looking west. Just fleeting glimpses through the trees here. Alright, now I get to have some fun. Cold. Alright. It's bumpy. And I had to go straight between those rocks. There's the road. I could have turned, but it's hard on these old legs, managing these bumps. Yeah, it's still fun and worth it. It's a good workout for sure. Whoa! Oh! Whew! Okay. Near the parking lot yet. I'm gonna get some water right here. It might be a little cleaner. I used 2 of the 3.5 liters overnight. So that's what I'm going to do, stock up on water. Looks a little wet. Yeah, it rained quite a bit last night. Kind of thankful it's not raining right now. We've got some blue patches. Yeah, it'd be nice nice to get home, and I'll have about an hour drive on the motorcycle and I'll be just fine. I've got plenty of warm layers and rain gear. Let's look at this tent. I figured it would rain last night, and it was kind of the test for this tent, which is going to get shelved anyway, and I'll explain why. It's ancient. This tent is got to be 40 years old. And I like it. I like it for what I bought it for, and that was to stay warm, to stay, you know, a bit more sheltered from cold wind and breezes. First of all, the reason I'm shelving it is the floor, which probably had a polyurethane coating on it. It's all drying up and cracking, and there are particles constantly floating around, which is most likely toxic, getting in my eyes, etc. So that's why it's going to get shelved. I thought about, you know, recovering it with polyurethane, but that stuff is just toxic too, you know. Will I ever escape the toxicity of this tent? Okay, and so look at the water that came in, or creeped in overnight. It did a fair job, in my opinion. And the reason I'm thinking this big patch of water got in here was because I had this tent bag all the way in the back, and it kind of acted like a suction device, sucking the water in, pulling it in. Same with this spot here. My backpack was touching the top wall there. Over here I had my helmet, and so all of this, you know, maybe not necessarily could have been avoided, but it was partly my doing. The front, however, was the worst part, because the rain and the water was dripping right through this rain fly, right on my head, right here. That was the worst part about the water coming in. And I treated the whole fly with water repellent, and I'm thinking it did a pretty darn good job overall, except for the rain fly. I think got the least amount of treatment, the last bit of treatment, and it had been rolled up, so maybe the sealant was dissipated and broken up. And so that's the story of the tent. Compared to last year, this springtime is much warmer. Last year I was dealing with even snow flurries at this time of year, below freezing temperatures at this elevation, and it's not going to get cold again like that. We're almost into June. So I have a replacement tent coming just to experiment with, and I have my summer tents. That's pretty much it. Temperature right now is low 40s. I stayed nice and warm and dry in this tent. My ridge rest was just basically a boat, a barrier away from that wet floor. And yeah, here it is, the end of the trip to Emmigration Pass over this way. And I was up on those hills yesterday. I got to explore that. I was happy to get up there, basically get a sense for this, you know, highway pass, which is another choice to drive through going north and east to many of my summer destinations this season. Even though this is busy, it is not nearly as busy as the Logan Canyon highway. I can't tell you how many times I've been disgusted by someone driving dangerously close behind me. And the amount of people that put their camper rigs permanently back in that highway pass is like a criminal act, in my opinion. So my guess is that I can take this pass, find a good bug out, find a little piece for upcoming adventures. This is the Cascade Trekker signing out.
You do